Now come to our next chapter number 5, arithmetic progression. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study about the sequences and series, and we have to find out the sum of the sequence. Okay, so our first definition is, what do you mean by sequence then? Okay, so sequence means when some numbers occur in a definite order, when some numbers are occur in a definite order according to some definite rule, the numbers are said to form a sequence. Also, each number of the sequence is called a term. Okay, for example 1, 3, 5, 7, dash dash dash. Okay, it is a sequence. Okay, it is a sequence. Okay, it is a sequence as its each term is obtained by adding 2 to the previous term. Okay, 2 to the previous term means if we add 2 in 1, then we get 3. Okay, if we add 2 in 3, then we get 5. If we add 2 in 5, then we get 3. If we add 2 in 7, then we get 9. If we add 2 in 9, then we get 11. Okay, so this is a sequence, and this sequence is obtained by adding 2 in the previous term. Okay, so this is our sequence. Okay, this is our sequence, and this sequence is obtained. So this sequence is obtained by adding 2 in the previous term. Okay, 2 in the previous term. So this is our first example. Then second example is what? 14, 11, then 8, 5, 2, minus 1, like this. Okay, this is again our sequence. And this sequence is obtained by subtracting 3 from the previous term. Okay, since if we subtract 3 from 14, then we get 11. If we subtract 3 from 11, then we get 8. If we subtract 3 from 8, then we get 5. If we subtract 3 from 5, then we get 2. If we subtract 3 from 2, then we get minus 1. If we subtract 3 from minus 1, then we get minus 4, like this. Okay, so this is again a sequence. And this sequence is obtained by subtracting 3 from the previous. Means difference between all this term is what? 3. Okay, in above example, difference between all term is 2. Okay, like this. Then our next example is 3, 6, 12, 24, like this. Okay, this is again a sequence. Okay, this is again a sequence, and this sequence is obtained by multiplying the previous term by 2. Okay, if we multiply 3 by 2, then we get 6. If we multiply 6 by 2, then we get 12. If we multiply 12 by 2, then we get 24. If we multiply 24 by 2, then we get 48, like this. Okay, so this is a sequence, and this sequence is obtained by multiplying every term. Okay, by multiplying previous term. Okay, previous term means if 6 is the term, then its previous term is 3. Okay, means by multiplying this previous term of 6 by 2, and then we get 6. Okay, like this. So this is again a sequence. Okay, then fourth example is 8, 2, 1 half, then 1 upon 8, like this. Okay, like this is again a sequence. And how this sequence is obtained? Then this sequence is obtained by dividing the previous term by 4. Okay, if we divide 8 by 4, then we get 2. If we divide 2 by 4, then we get 1 half. If we divide 1 half by 4, then we get 1 upon 8, like this we get the sequence. Okay, so this sequence is obtained by dividing the previous term by 4. Okay, so this is all about our sequence. Now our next definition is definition of arithmetic progression. Okay, so what do you mean by arithmetic progression then? An arithmetic progression is a sequence. It is again a sequence of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number. Okay, each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. Okay, to the preceding term or previous term, except the first term. Okay, so first term is constant there. Okay, and in adding fixed number in first term, then we get the next terms. Okay, and again by adding some fixed number to the next term, then we get again next term. Okay, like this it is written, and it is written in short, it is written as AP. Okay, AP, and the fixed number is called as the fixed number that we added or subtracted or demultiplied or divide. That fixed number is called as the common difference of that AB. Okay, common difference of that AB. Okay, so see if the sequence is like this: 1, 4, 7, 10. Okay, see, this is our sequence. Okay, this is our sequence. It is again an AP. Okay, is an AP, and the common difference is what? See here, if we subtract 1 from if we add 3 in 1, okay, if we add 3 in 1, then we get 4. Okay, so this 3 is our fixed number. Again, if we add 4, if we add 3 in 4, then we get 7. If we add 3 in 7, then we get 10. Okay, so what we are going to do, what we are doing, we adding 3 in the terms. Okay, we are adding 3 in the terms, then we get the next terms. If we add 3 in the 10, then we get 13. So 3 is the fixed number that we are going to add in the next terms. Okay, so 3 is the fixed number, and this 3 is called as a common difference. Okay, so if we have to find out the common difference of these all terms, then we have to subtract the previous term from the next term. Means 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, and this is our common difference. Okay, so and 7 minus 4 is equal to again 3, means our fixed number. If we subtract the previous term from the next term, then we get the common difference. So this is our common difference. Okay, so this is our AP, is an AP with common difference 3. Okay, so like this we have to find out the common difference. Okay, this is our process. Note is given to us. First note is the common difference can be positive. Okay, it can be positive, it can be negative, or it can be 0 also. Okay, so common difference can be positive, negative, or 0. Then second note is we usually denote the first term, this first term as A, and the common difference, this fixed number means D, as a common difference as 3. Okay, we usually denote the first term we denote it as A, and the common difference as D. Okay, so common difference of this AP is 3, and therefore we get D as 3, and common difference D is denoted by D, and first term we denote it as A. Okay, then our next definition is general form of an AP. Okay, so our general form of an AP is what? A. Okay, A means first term. Okay, A means first term, A. Then A plus D. Okay, then how we obtain the second term? By adding first term and then common difference, then we get second term. Okay, if we take the addition of A plus 2D, then we get third term. Okay, see, if we have to obtain this sequence. Okay, sequence here A is equal to 1, we know very well. Okay, means if in some example, if A is equal to 1 is given to us, and D is equal to common difference 3 is given to us, so how can we obtain the AP then? Okay, we know A is the first term, so our first term is 1. Okay, 1 is the constant term. Then second term, how can we obtain the second term? By adding A plus D, means A plus D is equal to 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. This is our second term. Okay, what about the third term then? A plus 2D. Okay, A plus 2D means what? 1 plus 2 into 3, which is equal to 7. Okay, like this, means we get this sequence 1, 4, 7, 10, like this. Okay, so this is the general form. You must have to remember this general form: A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, then A plus 4D, then A plus 5D, like this up to nth term. Okay, so general form of an AP is what? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, dash 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 up to n term, where n must be infinity. Okay, so where A is the first term, we know very well A is the first term, which is constant term, and D is the common difference. Okay, D is the common, D again a fixed term. Okay, so D is the common difference. Now our next definition is finite AP and infinite AP. Okay, so finite AP means what? An AP consisting of only a finite number of terms is called a finite AP. Okay, means countable terms which we can count. Okay, so an AP which has countable terms, so 1 to 10 terms we can count these terms. Okay, so this AP is an finite AP. 1 to 100 terms, again 1 to 100 we can count them. Okay, so this the AP whose last term is present, okay, whose last term is present or whose last term is existing, that AP we call it as a finite AP. Okay, and what about infinite AP then? An AP in which the number of term is unlimited or infinite, or in which each term is followed by another term, is called an infinite AP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity, this AP is an infinite term whose last term is not existing. Okay, we don't know about its last term, and that's why that AP we call it as infinite AP. Okay, so question number 1 of our exercise 5.1, try to solve this question at home. Okay, we are going to see the question number 2 of our exercise 5.1. Okay, Now come to our next question, question number 2. Write first four terms of the AP. We have to find out the first four terms of the AP when the first term A and the common difference D is known to us. Okay. So here A is equal to 10 and D is equal to 10 in first example is given to us. Okay. So write down here the given things we have to write down first. Here A is equal to 10 and D is equal to 10. By using these terms, by using this A and D, we have to find out the first four terms of an AP. Okay, so write down here, we know that what we know, we know that the general form of an AP is, we know very well the general form of an AP is A comma A plus D, then A plus 2D, then A plus 3D. Okay, these are the first four terms of an AP. Okay, if you have to find out next term, then also you can find out. Okay, so substitute all these values that we known to us or which are given to us in the given sequence, we get the sequence. Okay, so here, so therefore A is equal to 10, which is given to us. Then next term is A plus D, which is equal to 10 plus D is 10 again given to us, which is equal to 20. So 20 is the second term. Then third term is A plus 2D, which is equal to 10 plus 2 into 10, which is equal to 10 plus 20, and we get third term as 30. Okay, and then fourth term is A plus 3 into D, which is equal to 10 plus 3 into 10 is equal to 10 plus 30, and we get it as 40. And therefore the required sequence, okay, if you know this general form of an AP, then you can easily find out the sequence. Okay, and therefore the required sequence is 10, 20, 30, 40, comma dash dash dash. Okay. Now come to next example. Here A is equal to minus 2 and D is equal to 0 is given to us. Okay, so write down all the given things. Here A is equal to minus 2 and D is equal to 0. Okay, so again we know very well the general form of an AP. So write down, we know that the general form of an AP is, okay, so we know very well the general form of an AP is A comma A plus D, then A plus 2D, then A plus 3D. Okay, we have to find out first four terms. So A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Okay, so these are the first four terms. Okay, now substitute the value of A and D in the given sequence, we get the required AP. So A is equal to minus 2 is given to us. Okay, then A plus D is equal to, the value of A is minus 2 plus D is 0 is equal to minus 2. Okay, then A plus 2D is equal to minus 2 plus 2 into 0 is equal to, again we get minus 2. Okay, A plus 3D, okay, here the value of D is 0, and that's why if we substitute the value of D, then we get this next this term and this term as 0. So it is equal to again minus 2 plus 3 into 0, and we get the minus 2, and therefore the required sequence is what, then minus 2, minus 2, minus 2 and minus 2. So write down, therefore the required sequence is minus 2 comma minus 2 comma minus 2 comma minus 2. Okay, up to, again you can find out the next term also. Okay, so this is our required sequence. Now our third example is, here A is equal to 4 and D is equal to minus 3 is given to us. Okay, so write down all the given things. Here A is equal to 4 and D is equal to minus 3. Okay, again we know very well the general form. Therefore general form of an AP is, okay, it is A comma A plus D, then A plus 2D comma A plus 3D, then A plus 4D, like this. Okay, these are the first four terms. Okay, so substitute all the value of A and D in the given sequence, we get A is equal to 4. Okay, then A plus D is equal to 4 minus 3. Okay, 4 plus this minus 3 means 4 minus 3. Okay, because the value of D is minus 3, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Okay, then A plus 2D is equal to 4 plus 4 minus 2 into 3 which is equal to 4 minus 6 which is equal to minus 2. Okay, then a plus 3d is equal to what? 4 minus 3 into 3 is equal to 4 minus 9 is equal to 5. Okay, and therefore the required sequence is what then? Therefore the required AP is, and therefore the required AP is what then? First term is 4, then second term is 1, third term is minus 2, here minus 5. Okay, 4 minus 9 is minus 5, and fourth term is minus 5. In this way we can find out the AP. Okay, now come to our next example, example number 4. Again here a is equal to minus 1 and d is equal to common difference 1/2 is given to us. Again write down the general form. General form of an AP. General form of an AP is, okay, so what is the general form? A comma a plus d comma a plus 2d comma a plus 3d comma dash dash dash. So this is the general form of an AP, and here a is equal to, first term is given to us, first term is minus 1. Okay, then a plus d, second term is what? A plus d. Okay, a is minus 1 plus d is 1/2 which is equal to, now solve this by cross multiplying. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2 plus 1 upon 2, and we get minus 1/2. Okay, we get minus 1/2. Then next term, a plus 2d is equal to minus 1 plus 2 into 1/2 which is equal to 2 get cancelled, and minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. Okay, so this is our third term. Now fourth term, find out fourth term, a plus 3d which is equal to minus 1 plus 3 into 1/2 which is equal to minus 1 plus 3 by 2. Now solve this by cross multiplying. Minus 2 into 2, minus 1 into 2 is minus 2 plus 3 upon 2 which is equal to minus 2 plus 3 is 1/2. And therefore the required sequence is what then? Or required AP is, therefore the required AP is what? First term is minus 1, then second term is minus 1/2, then third term is 0, and then fourth term is 1/2, like this. Okay, and now come to next example, example number 5. Again in this example, first term and common difference is given to us. So write down here. Here a is equal to minus 1.25 and d is equal to minus 0.25. Okay, so again we know the general form of an AP. So write down general form of an AP. General form of an AP is a comma a plus d, then a plus 2d comma a plus 3d, okay, comma a plus 4d, like this. Okay, now here a is equal to, first term is given to us, a is equal to minus 1.25. okay, so how can we find the second term then? A plus d which is equal to a plus d, first term is minus 1.25 plus common difference is minus 0.25. okay, now take the addition, minus 1.25 minus 0.25, and we get it as minus 1.50. okay, take the addition, we get it as minus 1.50. now 1 plus a plus 2d, okay, a plus 2d, so minus 1.25, our first term is minus 1.25 plus 2 into minus 0.25. now take the multiplication, minus 1.25, and after multiplying it we get it as minus of 0.25. After taking multiplication we get it as minus 0.50, and now add this term, okay, because similar signs are there. If the signs are similar, then we take their addition. okay, so we get minus 1.75. okay, minus 1.75. now next term is a plus 3d which is equal to minus 1.25. okay, our first term is minus 1.25 plus 3 into d is minus 0.25. okay, which is equal to minus 1.25. okay, and multiply 3 into minus this minus term, we get minus 0.75. okay, and after adding this term we get minus 2.00. okay, so these are our terms of an AP. so write down the required AP. Therefore the required AP is, therefore the required AP is, first term is minus 1.25, comma, second term is minus 1.50, comma, say third term is minus 1.75, and fourth term is minus 2.00 up to dash dash. Okay, in this way we can calculate. If a first term and common difference is given to us, then we can, by using that by using a common difference and first term, we can calculate the AP.